Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. As always, from the BMO, our special guest is Assad Naeem. And we thought we'd do a very basic one, well, basic for some people, Assad, and that's just talk about applying for a mortgage first. So let's just do that for people who it's their first time applying for a mortgage.
Definitely. That's a great topic to get started with. It's a daunting topic for first-time home buyers. It's a very anxious time for them. This is going to be one of the biggest investments they make in their life, and they're totally clueless as to what's going to happen or how to go about it. They know they've been in the market, they've been looking at homes, they're excited, they want to move into a home, they feel like they're ready. But, let's guide them through and then tell them what they need to do. The first thing you should do is always look to get a pre-approval. Find a reliable mortgage specialist, someone like me. And we're going to help guide you through every step of the way. Uh, what you need to know is you need to have your income documents lined up. For most people, it is a letter of employment and a pay stub. Sometimes it's one pay stub, sometimes it's three most recent pay stubs, depending on who your lender is. And then there are other documents they may be required depending on your type of work or your employment details. You may be required to provide 2 years of your T1 individual personal tax returns, along with their corresponding notice of assessments. Or if you have a corporation, you may also have to provide your company financial or your most recent T2 corporation tax return. So that's from the income perspective. Just make sure you have those documents prepared because it doesn't matter which lender you go to, they will all be requiring some sort of income documents. The second thing is know what is going to be shown to your lender on your credit bureau reports. So you can always go to Equifax or TransUnion and get a free report for yourself. When you do that, it doesn't impact your credit bureau score because you're pulling your own report. So take a good look at it, know what your credit score is, know what items are on each report, whether they should be there or whether they should not be there, right? It's a good idea to go through it in detail and then tally off what you have actually been issued in terms of credit cards, loans, line of credits, or anything else. And then try to see if there's something that you don't know. If there's something that you don't know and it's showing up on your credit bureau report, get that disputed. Contact TransUnion, contact Equifax, and find out details about it. And if it truly is not legitimate, then get that disputed and removed from your credit bureau report. Because every lender will pull a credit bureau report to see what's going on. Also know if you've had a bad credit history, find out why you had a bad credit history. Chances are you already do know why you had a bad credit history and see what are some reasons for that. Maybe you were going through life struggles, or maybe you were going through health pains or anything where you couldn't keep up with monthly payments. But know what your story is, know how to mitigate that because every lender will ask as well. Other than that, have your assets already written down on a piece of paper or a spreadsheet. Know what assets you have, all the bank accounts that you have, all the vehicles that you have, any investments that you have. Write down who that bank account or investment is with. What type is it? Say it's a TD checking account, RBC savings account, or BMO GCI or GIC, and what the value is, and what's in that checking account, what's in that savings account, or what that GIC or investment value is, right? Because that's all going to be added towards your net worth. Most lenders do want to see the net worth that you have, just to show that you have some fallback in case you need help paying off that mortgage, right? People with more fallback look better than people with no fallback. Reason being is because it's less chances that you'll default on that mortgage. You'll be able to dip into some savings or investments to be able to help pay off those monthly or biweekly mortgage payments. So have that in mind as well. And that's basically all. Your income, your credit bureau report, and your assets. Know that, have your IDs ready, and that's what you need for your mortgage application. After that, you give that to your lender and you get a pre-approval, right, based off of all those details. And then, you go out, you go shopping, you look for someone like Stu, and Stu will definitely help you find a property. Once you get that property offer in and it's accepted, you bring that purchase offer back to your lender. and they turn that pre-approval into an actual mortgage application.
And it sounds quite complicated at first, doesn't it? Because it's the paperwork bit. But in the
Oh, yeah.
initially, so you start the process, it could be a phone call to the likes of yourself,
Yep.
you know, and this is what I've got, you know, the basic questions, and then that gives you some idea, doesn't it, without the backup at that time of what they
Yep.
would maybe qualify for. It's obviously all got to be backed up with the paperwork, but initially to get yourself moving, you just need to have a conversation with Assad. Yeah.
Absolutely, for sure. And the best thing is post-COVID, we're all remote and we can help people all over Canada. So it doesn't matter if you're in Northwest Territories or you're BC or you're in Newfoundland. Just pick up the phone and call. We can set up Zoom meetings, Teams meetings, or even just a simple phone call itself.
Yeah, and also, you know, people moving here from other provinces. I mean, that's happened a lot especially over
Absolutely.
the last year. It's still happening. So you
Yeah.
can be in advance of yourself moving here by giving you a call. Okay, well, that'll do us then. That gives people a guide how to apply for a mortgage, Assad. And I'll catch up with you this time next week, and we'll pick another subject. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.